The Rundown, brought to you by the Purple Quill, the official newspaper of Elder High School.
Hi, I'm Zach Fries.
And I'm Cole Carley.
And welcome back to the Rundown November edition. We're here to bring you all the updates on Elder sports and around the country, from college football to the NFL and even Elder sports.
For winter sports action coming up now for Elder, we got a solid hockey team. Elder bowling looks to be strong this year after coming off a GCL title. Basketball looks to have a rebuilding season after back-to-back titles in the GCL. We also have swimming, who look to have a strong season this year. And then we got wrestling, who looks to build on their GCL title they earned last year.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. But let's talk about a little bit about the fall sports wrap up here. Football, unfortunately, couldn't get it done against Mason, but those guys have nothing to be ashamed of. It was a great run, and it was a solid. They never gave up, and they never quit.
Yeah, it should be a good learning experience for the younger guys on the team who look to have a even better season next year and the years in the future. Let's move over to college football, Freezy. I know you have a Final Four in mind right now. After 1 week of the playoff committee's rankings and week of games since then, how do you feel that the playoffs should be?
Well, I think that Alabama is the best team in the country right now, and I don't think there's much doubt in that. They showed that at LSU. Their defense is dominant. I don't care what anybody says. And then you look, my second team, I've got Michigan. They've been the best team in the Big Ten this year. They've been pretty much dominant in most of their games. Jabril Peppers could win the Heisman for sure. He does it all. And then third, Clemson. They've had a couple close calls, but they're still worthy of being in that Final Four right now with Deshaun Watson leading the way. Fourth, little surprise team that's been surprising this year, Washington, led by quarterback Jake Browning. They're undefeated in the Pac-12 right now. They're having a great year.
So you're going pretty much chalk.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm going to go with the different perspective on what teams I think will end up getting to the playoffs rather than right now full best four. Say Alabama will lose the Iron Bowl. Auburn will end up making that Final Four. I think Clemson will run the table in the ACC. They'll get the 1. Michigan will get the 2. Then you got Auburn at the 3. And 13-0 Western Michigan. You're going to slide in there at the 4 out of the MAC. First non-Power 5 to make the playoffs.
Never know.
Bold prediction, but it's going to happen.
Stranger things happen.
So college basketball starts this week. We got some nice matchups on the first night. You got Arizona, Michigan State, Indiana, Kansas. Some great non-conference games this season. Who would you say has the early edge on making the Final Four?
Well, obviously Duke is, so deep and talented, that recruiting class that they have, and Grayson Allen's an All-American. Luke Kennard, I think, is underrated. They're really good. Kentucky's another team. They lost a lot, but I think that their freshman talent is so great with Malik Monk, Bam, Adebayo. Those guys will carry the load. I like those two teams. And then the other two, I'd say Wisconsin. They've got everybody back from that great team last year. Bronson Koenig is back. Nigel Hayes is back. Those guys who, that incredible shot against Xavier. And then finally I got Oregon, who's got another couple key pieces back. Dylan Brooks and Chris Boucher, a couple of guys that are going to lead the way. They've got the experience and leadership qualities. Those would be my Final Four teams today.
Yeah, like you said, I think Kansas and Duke will kind of lead the way. They're going to be the teams to beat to get to the Final Four. But then I would say that Villanova and Xavier of the Big East might be two strong contenders with strong backboards in Josh Hart for Villanova and then Sumner and Blue for Xavier. I also think that Oregon will have to go through Arizona to get the Pac-12 title. They're going to be a strong team. So it should be a solid year for college basketball. Some pretty good top teams. And then you got some good local teams. You got UC and Xavier, good crosstown shootout matchup this year in January. So we'll see how that goes.
All right, now on to the World Series. Brief talk about Chicago Cubs.
Memorable season for them.
Yeah, kept down 3-1.
Really all we can say.
Yeah, I mean they were the best team all year. I'll admit it. You know, winning over 100 games, and you know, they just had all the tools. You know.
So we should bring a good season next year for baseball. But for now, we gotta kind of say goodbye as it's the end of this segment. So